are you, Lilith Czar? Good to see you.
Hi. Good to see you as well. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. It's interesting. I actually checked out one of your other video interviews, and it was kind of from the same area. Am I in your closet right now?
Instrument storage. Oh, no.
That's better.
Are we good?
I think we're good.
Good. Yeah. This is a multi-use space. It's my closet. It's storage. The bathroom is filled with instruments. It's my place I escape to when my animals are bothering the crap out of me.
Yeah.
It's my woman cave.
I spoke to your husband about a month ago, and his view was more like a dungeon.
Yeah, his is definitely more vampirial. A lot of more Batman figurines, and it's definitely like this is heaven. And then on the other side of this mirror over here is his man cave, and it's like the hell zone.
Yeah, I hear you. So I know you quite like myself or any other creative tend to second guess yourself. How long did it take you to pick out the outfit this morning?
Actually, that's so funny. You nailed the nail right on the head with my personality. I am an overthinker. There's no question about it. So much so that to help rid myself of that anxiety, I take pictures. So anytime I do a photo shoot or a video or anything where I'm going to be on camera, I put looks together and I take pictures. And I upload those pictures into a Dropbox folder, kind of like in Clueless, when Cher would like go through. That's essentially what I have going on in my Dropbox. I just swipe through in the morning, like, that's cute. I'll wear that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So I don't have to deal with it. Yeah.
I do love the big hoop earrings. I don't have any piercings or tattoos because I'm a wuss. But I like the hoop earrings. The only challenge is I guess there's a little microphone at the end of the earbuds. So
am I clinking? Am I clinking?
Clink, a little bit.
Okay. Wait, no, it's the big guy.
There you go.
Okay. Fuck it. We don't need earrings. If you're not wearing earrings, I don't need to wear earrings.
I'm not wearing earrings. So listen, Lilith Czar, the first obvious question has to be whether or not you've legally changed your name to Lilith Czar from Juliet Simms, or was Juliet Simms also a stage name? Does nobody really know your true identity?
Do we really know who we are at the end of the day? Yeah, I was born Juliet Simms.
Okay.
Yes, that is my legal name. Lilith is it's an alter ego. It's a persona that I feel like people throughout their entire lives are evolving and they're changing. Mm-hmm. You learn from your life's experiences, you learn from your mistakes, you grow, you either grow or you decline. And I spent, many years always trying to better myself, always trying to be the best version of myself. And, long story short, throughout the last, I would say 5 years, including, COVID, 2020 gave us all so much time to analyze our lives and analyze ourselves. You're shut inside, and all you have is time to just think about your life and what you want, who you are, what's going on in the world, what's important at the end of the day. And it was just kind of like an epiphany moment last year where I was like, I'm not this artist anymore. I'm not this person anymore. And I want to be able to convey that in my artistry and in my music.
Right. I think you're doing a dynamite job with it. I love what you've been able to create. And I want to get into that and into the kind of the backstory of Lilith Czar, but I'd be remiss if I didn't quiz you at least just a little bit regarding your tenure on The Voice. I have a few friends that have been on The Voice. One of my buddies from the band Royal Bliss was on it. I don't know if you know Neil Middleton, but So I've heard different stories, and a lot of folks think that shows like The Voice and American Idol can be contrived, whereby even some of the end results may have been manufactured on who actually wins. What can you legally say about that? Or are you bound for life on a non-disclosure agreement?
Nope, they did not have me sign an NDA. Stupid on their part. It's a show. It's a
Yeah.
television show. It is. I don't want to say it's scripted, but it is not far from being scripted.
Okay.
It's yeah, and it's I was season 2 of The Voice, so they were still very much working out the kinks and growing and all of that. When I didn't win, they weren't happy about that. And so they changed a bunch of the rules for season 3 to help to enable their ability to easily dictate who wins.
Okay.
And determine who wins.
Interesting.
So yeah, I was very much a guinea pig, but it was a blessing in disguise. I am very happy I didn't win The Voice. I think that that's a very difficult title to separate yourself from.
Yeah.
It also seems like the kiss of death. I mean, not to be a total dick, but like, where are, like it doesn't, they haven't seemed to really break the ceiling like American Idol did with their talent and their artists, which is very unfortunate because some of the most absolutely incredible artists and singers I've ever heard have been on that show.
Yeah.
And it's a shame that they're not gigantic, world-renowned stars. So, I mean, in my opinion, I think that the show is not about the artists and the singers, it's about the judges.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The chemistry that is between the judges is incredible. I think that's what makes it very entertaining to watch personally.
Oh, it's fantastic.
I love the singers and the talent that's there, but that's where the entertainment value is. And God bless Kelly Clarkson for, after she won American Idol, for pretty much giving a big FU to the I'm not going to be in your pop box. And she gave an FU to Arista and really pissed off Clive Davis, but she did her own damn thing. And man, I really appreciate that.
I love Kelly Clarkson. She is just out of this world.
Anything that someone might be surprised to learn about what happens behind the scenes on a show like that? Like as far as, how close you are to your mentor, of course, yours being CeeLo Green. I mean, did you have each other's cell phone numbers to talk, or was all that stuff just set up?
No, we did. CeeLo actually managed me for some time after the show.
Okay.
So I had his number, and we very much collaborated on my performances, and he gave me a lot of slack and leeway to kind of pick and choose what I wanted to do, because he respected the journey that I had already been on, my touring experience, the fact that this wasn't my first, rodeo, and he really trusted my instincts. But yeah, I mean, we collaborated a lot. I think that maybe the things that people don't know, I mean, it's so second nature for me. So it's like hard to determine like what people wouldn't know. Like, why wouldn't you know that? Like, why wouldn't you know that they would have us sometimes do 2 a.m. rehearsals?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you know that sometimes we wouldn't get sleep for 36 hours?
Wow.
Yeah. I actually ended up getting like very, very, very ill for the finale, because the last week of the show, there was no sleep. There was no sleep. It was freezing. They had us perform outside multiple times in like, freezing, wet, cold weather. I ended up getting, a fever and laryngitis and all of that. And they're like, okay, go sing for millions now. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, it would be more like what are you curious about? What could I tell you? Because it's like hard to determine what you might not know or what you do know.
Yeah, again, some of the stories that I heard was as soon as you're off the show, the lines of communication are completely cut off. You don't talk
Oh,
to your mentors or your judges or anything, and that
dude.
Adam Levine has 15 different phone numbers, and this that.
Well, again, I was season 2, so for me, it's like I think they probably learned as they went on that they've got to do that. But I will say that moments after the finale, they like took me off stage, brought me into a room to talk to a therapist because some people are very upset, and I'm like, I'm cool.
Yeah.
I just want to go home. So and then they film your final words, and then that's pretty much it. But again, I was a runner-up. CeeLo managed me for like a year and a half after the fact. They had me back on the show many times. So, for me, I think my case was a little bit different. Yeah, but I know that, but I've spoken to other contestants. I mean, I've spoken to some other contestants, and they were fucked up for a while.
Really rough. So, all right,
Yeah.
Enough about that. Are you in competition at all with your husband, Andy? I mean, Andy's been doing the whole Black Veil Bride thing for a lot of years, and also tell me about your character Shiva in the show Paradise City. That's a pretty cool show. I love watching it.
Oh, good. I'm so glad you like it. Yeah, that was really fun. I always get very excited to do things that I haven't done before, kind of stepping outside my comfort zone. Acting is something that I hadn't done for a long time. So it was nerve-wracking to remember your lines and don't be bad. Don't suck. And I had the advantage in the fact that the character that I played was something I was extremely familiar with. Mm-hmm. So that was definitely a leg up. But it was so much fun. Yeah, it was an honor to be asked to be on the show. And if, season 2 rolls around and Shiva's, still kicking it, I would be honored to be in season 2. So
right on.
Yeah.
So you left Universal Records due to some creative control issues I'm gathering, and now with Sumerian. Tell me how much leeway Sumerian gives you to be and to create your own persona, and how much of a night and day difference has that been for you as an artist?
Oh, it's just like you said, it's night and day. With Sumerian, I've never felt more like an artist than I do right now with this record, with Lilith Czar, with Universal. It was a nightmare. I don't
tell you what you had to be, and
oh my God, I had an A&R that would say, you already have a raspy voice. Your voice is already rock and roll. You can't have live drums or electric guitars in your music.
Whoa.
Things like that. Or is she putting on weight? Like telling my managers, is she, is she getting chubby? Things like that. Or we want her to look like this. We want her to act like this. We should get her press lessons. Mm-hmm. We need more ass shots in music videos. Full on misogynistic, fucking chauvinistic bullshit that I had to deal with because I was a female and I had a raspy voice. Yeah. And that was another thing is girls don't succeed in rock music.
It's interesting you bring that up. The new album created by Filth and Dust, by the way, available now. The reception's been dynamite. The album's stellar. And there's a song on there that you've got the video for, King, that really hits home when it comes to female empowerment. I mean, the music industry has long been hard on women. and it seems like, depending upon where you are, maybe some of the attitudes and respect have changed since the Me Too movement, and maybe not
Yeah.
so much. What's your view on that right now? And tell me a little bit more about the song King and that incredible video.
Thank you. For the compliment, by the way. That's very flattering. Yeah, I think that the Me Too movement has certainly exposed and opened up the viewfinder, the understanding of what women in general have to hurdle over in any industry.
Mhm.
There's a double standard. There just is. It's simply put, you could be in a meeting and a man could be like, oh, I disagree with that, and this is why, and people would be like, oh, okay. But if a woman was like, I disagree, it just automatically, people are like, it's just shit that I've, you just little things like that, or like, showing up for press and Zoom interviews. If I showed up the way that Andy just rolls in out of bed with a t-shirt and no makeup, people would be like, are you sick?
I don't know. I would, for me personally, I disagree with that, but I can see how, depending upon what organization you're going to do an interview with, perhaps. I don't know.
Well, you seem very progressive.
Well, my wife is a drywall hanger. Okay, I love strong, powerful, entrepreneuristic women, and my wife puts drywall with the guys, and she's beautiful. She was a runway model in Houston, so she does not look like some, like a frumpy tomboy, not to put any stereotype, but she does not look like somebody who'd be out hanging drywall. So I love strong, intelligent women.
Well, absolutely. And this is not to say, what I'm talking about isn't to say that this is just across the board how it is. It's just stuff that arises. It's situations that are constantly arise over and over and over and over and over again. And the over sexualizing of women, and it just personally for me, with a song like King, it got to a breaking point where it was like, I have just as much power as you do. Mm-hmm. I have just as much ability to carry myself, tell you who I am, tell you what I want, tell you what's on my mind, and have the same equal reception as a man would get.
Right.
And like the music video for King, with all of the, there's a lot of butt stuff going on, and that is it's sort of done in this kind of sardonic, like I want to say, what's the term I'm looking for? It's very much like being used in a way to show you that I'm, like, with the ass cake and all of that, and with the guy grabbing into my butt and all of that. It's just very much like
kind of an empowerment thing, isn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's reclaiming. It's like kind of along the lines of like, reclaiming the word bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a fucking bitch. And I'm proud of that. It's like, this is my ass. Oh, you want your cake and you want to eat it too? Yeah. Well, this is what I have to say about that, and so King is it is an anthem for women 100%, but at the end of the day, the song is about not letting somebody tell you what to do or who you are. Yeah.
What was your biggest female mentor in life, aside from perhaps your mother? I don't know.
Definitely my mom. Yeah. She's an incredible woman. I mean, I was very fortunate and blessed to have parents that were very supportive of my dreams and what I wanted to do. And still to this day, I mean, I talk to my mom every day, anytime something cool happens, anytime I get a new mix of a song,
Mhm.
Anytime I get a video shoot, whatever, she's like, I want to see. And like,
That's cool.
she's so great. Beyond her, I have my sister. Me and my sister are very close in age, and she's my best friend, and I absolutely, learn so much from her and look up to her. But as far as like artists go, gosh, Stevie Nicks, Alanis Morissette, Janis Joplin, Aretha Franklin, Anna Nancy Wilson, Jewel,
Okay,
Fiona Apple.
so on that point, who do you have the most respect for as a female entertainer? Anybody that you strive to emulate who is doing it right now? I mean, people like Lady Gaga or even Madonna, or like I love Stevie Nicks.
Oh, Stevie Nicks is fantastic. I mean, it's a hard question to answer because so many of these women have had to succeed despite adversity and the odds. And, take a story like Tina Turner.
Yeah.
Her story is just like so inspiring. It makes you go, oh, I'm never gonna complain about anything ever again.
Yeah.
I can never bitch
None.
ever again. Yeah. Debbie Harry's story, Joan Jett's story. I mean, there's just an endless line of women that you can look up to. But I would say, some of the more inspiring stories are the ones where so many times you were like, oh my God, and you didn't give up.
Uh-huh.
Oh, holy shit, and you kept going.
Yeah.
So, like, and that's most of these women that I've named.
Well, it's such a treat to be able to speak with you today. I appreciate your time, and I would ask for a tour of your closet, but that's okay. What's the gold record or the plaque that's on the back?
Oh man, one day it'll be mine. It's it's a all-time low. I wrote and did a duet with the band for a song called "Remembering Sunday," and they sent it to me, and I was like, oh cool. That's awesome. It's my first gold record.
That's cool. Yeah. Hey, listen, I know Ash and Mike Jacobo and the Sumerian crew, and I know Ash has got a place down in South Lake Tahoe, which finally, for the first time in about 2.5 months, I'm looking at our weather right now, and it's 94 degrees, and the air quality index is about 51, which is a really, really good sign. We've been socked in with smoke, but you need to have Ash take you on a weekend, or just send you and Andy to his place in South Lake Tahoe and let us know so we can hang out in the flesh. It'd be great to
I would love that.
And of course, see you out on the stage somewhere out on tour.
Absolutely.
Kind of opening back up. Thank you again for your time today. Lilith Czar, go check out the album. It's incredible. It's available now, created by Filth and Dust. Thanks again for the time. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Jave. Thank you.
See you soon.
Okay. Bye.